It is Saturday, February 28th, 2026. In Tehran, the time is 9:40 in the morning. Inside a heavily guarded compound in the center of the city, one of the most powerful men alive sits in a meeting with his senior commanders. He is 86 years old. He has ruled Iran for 37 years. And he has, though he does not know it, about 9 minutes to live. High above him, the sky has already been prepared. American Cyber Command and Space Command move first. Iran's ability to see, to communicate, to respond. Degraded in moments. Blinded. Then the bombs arrive. Roughly 30 precision munition tear into the compound. And Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, supreme leader of Iran, is dead. This was not a stray missile. This was not an accident. The United States and Israel had hunted this exact moment for months. So how did the most protected man in Iran die in his own office in broad daylight? And what invisible line did Washington cross? A line it can never uncross again. To understand how we got here, we need to go back. Not years, decades. Ali Khamenei became supreme leader of Iran in 1989. Before that, he served as the country's president through the 1980s. For 37 years, he sat above everything. The government, the courts, the military, and the nation's highest religious authority. In Iran, almost nothing moved without his approval. His relationship with the United States rested on one foundation: hostility. Since the 1979 revolution, Tehran and Washington had been locked in a long, grinding conflict. Hostage crises, sanctions, proxy wars, and always the nuclear question. Then came June 2025. Israel and Iran fought what is now called the 12-Day War. The United States joined at the very end. American aircraft dropped massive GBU-57 bunker buster bombs on Iran's nuclear sites at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Trump called it a one-off, a single, limited mission. But here is the detail most people missed. According to a leaked U.S. intelligence assessment, Iran had quietly moved much of its enriched uranium before those bombs fell. The strikes, that report said, set Iran back only months. The job was not finished. And there is one more fact from that summer. According to U.S. officials, Israel wanted to kill Khamenei during the 12-Day War. Trump personally vetoed it. So what changed his mind 8 months later? What changed was opportunity and the patience to wait for it. For months, the CIA had been quietly tracking Khamenei. After the 2025 war, he had become a ghost. He rarely appeared in public. He moved between secure locations. The bunker beneath his compound was reportedly so deep that its elevator took more than 5 minutes to descend. But no one hides forever. And the Americans were watching for one specific thing: a gathering. In late February 2026, the CIA learned that Iran's senior leadership would meet on Saturday morning. Khamenei was expected to attend. That single piece of intelligence was relayed to Israel, and it moved the entire operation forward. On the American side, the offensive had a name: Operation Epic Fury. In the first 12 hours alone, the United States and Israel struck nearly 900 targets. By the end of the day, more than 1,000. B-2 stealth bombers hit ballistic missile facilities. But the centerpiece was Tehran. The chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, later described the sequence. Cyber Command and Space Command went first. He called them the first movers, non-kinetic effects that disrupted, degraded, and blinded Iran. Then came the strike itself, in daylight. Around 30 precision munitions, alongside air-launched ballistic missiles, slammed into the compound. According to officials, 3 separate meetings of senior leaders were a hit at the same time. The coordination between American and Israeli forces was described as total. When the smoke cleared, the toll was staggering. Around 40 senior Iranian leaders dead, about a dozen members of Khamenei's family and entourage, the defense minister, the commander of the Revolutionary Guard, the secretary of the National Defense Council, and the supreme leader himself. The United States had just helped kill a sitting head of state in his own capital in the middle of the morning. So how did Iran and the world respond? At first, with denial. Iran's foreign ministry insisted Khamenei was safe and sound. State media claimed he had been moved to safety. For hours, the world genuinely did not know if the assassination had succeeded. Then Trump confirmed it himself. On Truth Social, he wrote that Khamenei was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems. He called it justice for the people of Iran, and he promised the bombing would continue. Iran declared 40 days of national mourning. Then it struck back. Hard. Tehran launched hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles, not only at Israel, but at U.S. bases and U.S. allied Gulf states. Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan. Major airports across the region shut down. Dubai International, one of the busiest on Earth, was damaged in the attacks. And here, for the American and British viewer, is the moment the war reached your wallet. Because Iran moved to close the Strait of Hormuz. Roughly 20% of the world's oil flows through that single narrow waterway. As traffic froze, prices surged. In the United States, petrol climbed more than $1 a gallon. In parts of California, it passed $6. A war in Tehran had become a number on a fuel pump in Ohio and a forecourt in Birmingham. There was a human cost at home, too. Within days, the Pentagon confirmed 3 American service members killed and 5 seriously wounded. The first U.S. casualties of the war. They were ground forces, reportedly stationed in Kuwait. Inside Iran, the reaction split in 2. Some poured into the streets to mourn. Others, according to reports, quietly celebrated. Abroad, members of the Iranian diaspora held rallies. Exiled figures called for the regime to fall. A temporary 3-member council stepped in to lead, including President Masoud Pezeshkian. The most powerful man in Iran was gone, but the system he built did not collapse with him. So why did Washington believe that killing one man would change everything? And what were they choosing not to tell the public? Here is what received far less attention than the explosions. This strike did not just kill a man. It quietly buried a rule. For nearly 50 years, the United States had an official ban on assassinating foreign leaders. It grew out of the Church Committee hearings in 1975, after it emerged that the CIA had spent years plotting to kill foreign figures. A presidential order soon followed, formally prohibiting assassination. The reasoning was blunt. As the Church Committee put it, short of war, assassination was incompatible with American principles. For decades, a sitting head of state was a line you did not cross. Even when America hunted its enemies, it largely stayed in the shadows. The 2020 killing of General Qasem Soleimani blurred that line. The killing of Khamenei erased it. Legal scholars warned this was a genuine turning point. The strike, they argued, was not only about destroying Iran's military command. It was about changing Iran's political system by force. Regime change, delivered by precision missile. And the danger cuts both ways. Analysts pointed to the obvious risk. If the United States can target a head of state, so can everyone else. One warning named Russia's Vladimir Putin, and the possibility he might now feel freer to target leaders like Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky. So who actually benefits while this crisis drags on? Follow the energy. As the Strait of Hormuz seized up, the world scrambled for alternative supplies, and one country quietly cashed in. According to shipping data reported by the press, the European Union imported a record volume of Russian liquefied natural gas in the first months of the crisis, around £3 billion worth. Think about that. The nation America has spent years trying to isolate was suddenly selling more gas to Europe than ever before. This was not the headline, but it was the result. The timing was not a coincidence. So what happens now? The war that began that Saturday did not end quickly. It ground on for months. Strikes, a naval blockade, constant retaliation. A memorandum of understanding was finally signed in mid-June 2026, meant to bring the conflict to a formal close. But the peace is fragile. As recently as late June, Iran again moved to close the Strait of Hormuz, accusing the other side of breaking the deal. The United States denied it. The negotiations continue in Switzerland, with no guarantee they will hold. History offers an uncomfortable lesson here. Decapitation strikes, killing the leader to break the system, have a poor track record. The system often survives, the grievance hardens, and the figures who replace the dead leader are frequently more radical, not less. Remember what followed Soleimani's death in 2020. Iran did not back down. It launched missiles at US bases and plotted revenge for years. Then there is the precedent itself. America did not just win a single battle that morning. It set a new standard. Future presidents will feel less constrained. Future adversaries will feel less restrained. For the British and American viewer, none of this is abstract. It is the price you pay at the pump. It is the risk of a wider war that drags in allies. And it is the quiet collapse of a rule that for half a century kept certain kinds of killing off the table. It is, in the end, a gamble that removing a man removes the problem. The question is no longer whether the United States can kill a foreign leader. It plainly can. The real question is what the world becomes now that everyone knows it. So what does this story really mean? On the surface, it was a stunning display of power. Precise intelligence, overwhelming technology, a target the world believed untouchable, removed in a single morning. But look closer, and the picture grows darker. The visible actors were the United States and Israel. The leaders, the militaries, the spies. The systemic force beneath them was decades of unfinished hostility and an executive branch increasingly willing to act alone. And the quiet beneficiary, at least in the energy markets, was Russia. Iran lost its leader. America won a victory it may struggle to define or end. And the wider world lost a taboo it may one day desperately wish it still had. The real winner of the Khamenei strike may not be the side waving the flag. It may be the one selling the gas. So we want to hear from you. Was killing Iran's supreme leader a justified act of war, or a dangerous line the world will come to regret? Let us know in the comments what you think. If you found this valuable, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're first to see the next investigation. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching.